And also, through normal people, in the hadith it comes that these good thoughts which we get, they are sometimes inspired by malaika, sometimes by angels. And one name is mentioned, his name is Mulhim. Mulhim, the one who puts ilham of good thoughts. Like shaitan puts bad thoughts, Allah Azza wa Jal guides people through good thoughts, and these thoughts are sometimes inspired by the malaika, the angels. They do actually put. So any good thoughts which you are getting, it's a possibility that it will be from an angel. Good thoughts are coming, so one should entertain them, one should appreciate, one should act upon them. There is a blessing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is communicating with you. Okay, another one, ninth way of communicating of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with people. Now we are talking about normal people as well, not only the Anbiya and Awliya, but normal people, is through dreams. Is through dreams. ख्वाबों के जरिए भी अल्लाह पाक मैसेज भेजता. Like the Prophet ﷺ said, the Nabuwwat has ended. Nothing remains of the Nabuwwah except Mubashirat, except actually glad tidings. And the Sahaba Ikram said, what is that? And the Prophet ﷺ said, that is a good dream, a vision, good vision. A person sees himself or someone else sees about him. It's all actually good, glad tidings. So this is also another way of communicating, is called like dreams. If a person is awake, that's known as kashf. Dream is when your eyes are closed, when you are asleep. That's called a dream. And if your eyes are open or you are awake and you see something which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is communicating, this is actually called kashf. And now the Prophet ﷺ mentioned in different hadiths, it's mentioned the dreams of the Anbiya and the Prophets are wahi. But the dreams and the kashf of normal people, other people, other than Anbiya, can be from Allah, can be from shaitan, can be just their own thoughts. So there's no guarantee. That's why you always need a spiritual guide or a teacher that actually who can guide you. Otherwise you'll just go astray. A dream, because dreams have actually meaning, one cannot imagine sometimes such interpretation as given. Imam Muhammad ibn Sirin, rahimahullah ta'ala, one of the greatest scholars of the dream, science of dream interpretation, he is great tabi'i and the contemporary meaning living in the same time as Imam Hassan al-Basri, rahimahullah. His grave, blessed grave is in Basra, in the feet of Imam Hassan al-Basri. These were two great tabi'een, great awliya, great high ranking, that even sometimes the Sahaba Ikram who were living, they would ask them to give fatwa and to give opinion. Such high ranking people. So he was expert in dream interpretation. So one time one person came to him, he said, I saw in a very bad dream, I am very fearful, I can't sleep, I saw a very, very bad dream. He said, what is it actually? He said, I saw a dream that I am urinating in the dream. And my urine is splashing and one drop falls upon the Quran in the dream. And I became very fearful and I'm very anxious, and since that time I can't sleep, I can't eat, I'm so worried what I have done. Imam Muhammad ibn Sirin said, no, you do not need to be upset as such actually in the dream. The dream means that Allah will give you a son who will be a hafiz of Quran. Now can you imagine, can a normal person think actually that how to interpret things, actually things are coming. So such, because this is a special science of dream interpretation, which is a God-gifted knowledge which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives through His awliya and sulaha. Now, we knew if someone even mentions, we'll say he's very bad dream, he has seen, etc., etc. But outwardly, it seems something else. And the interpretation, like Imam Muhammad, like Imam Bukhari and Imam Abu Hanifa, it's mentioned that they saw in dream that one of them said that flies are sitting on the body of the Prophet ﷺ, whilst flies didn't sit on his body. So the interpretation was given that it's a good dream, that those ahadith, those sayings which are wrongly attributed to the Prophet ﷺ, this person is going to clear. This person is going to clarify those. That he is moving the flies from the body. So this means the prophetic saying which have been attributed to him wrongly, mawdu' hadith, like actually people just mentioning, wrongly attributing to the Prophet ﷺ and this will. Anyway, so kashf, dreams, one should never follow, especially if one know it is not in accordance with the Sharia. One should always ask knowledgeable people. Okay. 11th way of Allah Azza wa Jalla communicating with now normal people is through natural disasters. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَلَنُذِيقَنَّهُم مِّنَ الْعَذَابِ الْأَدْنَى دُونَ الْعَذَابِ الْأَكْبَرِ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْجِعُونَ ظَهَرَ الْفَسَادُ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ بِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِي النَّاسِ لِيُذِيقَهُمْ بَعْدَ الَّذِي عَمِلُوا لَعَلَّهُمْ. Allah said this, all these earthquakes and this facade and things, sometimes which you see once or twice a year in different countries, Allah Azza wa Jalla said this is because of the amal of people, so that they may turn back to obedience. They turn back to belief and obedience and ita'ah. This is a lesson for all who experience that, or who sees that, or who hears this. This is a lesson. This is Allah Azza wa Jal communicating. तो अल्लाह पाक ये जो ऐसे हालात आते हैं, ज़लज़ले हो गए, ये भी एक अल्लाह पाक के कम्युनिकेशन के तरीका है, और नेचुरल डिजास्टर, मुसीबतें पर इस तरह की चीज़ें. And then another one, Allah Azza wa Jal communicate is through problems, difficulties. This is also Allah Azza wa Jal reminding us to come back and turn. Another way is illness. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, where did Allah mention this? He said, وَلَا نَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ. Problems, poverty, hunger, وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ, loss of wealth, وَالْأَنفُسِ, loss of life. So Allah said, this is me testing you, so that you may turn back. So this is also another way which Allah Azza wa Jal communicates with us is through time. As the time is passing, every minute is a communication of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with you. So Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned in the Quran, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. By time, that this time is evidence that you are in loss. Now even, in this second, in this minute, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ, you are in loss, except if you are in a believer and doing good deed at this time, you won't be, and you are conveying the message. Then otherwise, every minute, every hour, every second, not time in general. Now even, wherever you are in a home or you are wherever you live, by just look at yourself, what are you doing? If it's not iman and amal salihah and watawasaw bil haqq, commanding the good and forbidding the evil, then know you are in loss in that minute. When you go home from today, you should know. So time is also a communication between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because when Allah Azza wa Jal wants, He takes that away. So now He's communicating with you, giving you more and more and more and more, which we say time. What is time? Time is a way of communicating. Of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to give you something for some period of time. तो वक़्त भी एक अल्लाह का तरीका है. What is time saying?